I'm trying to cook some food. Why ain't recommending me Diddy? God, it presents to you the downfall of Diddy. Bro, I'm over here trying to cook some meat and they showing me the meat master.
Hello. Let me get the paper ready. I'm going to be reading messages both from the text channel for this, as well as the admin checks channel, just because I figured that would be easier. I'm gonna see how this admin talks goes, if this is worth keeping like admin talks as a thing as we do in this server, or are we just gonna retire it? So that's gonna be the last question towards this thing. So let me know what you guys think about it. If admin tech stays, do we do it more often? Do we just do it yearly? Do we just do it monthly, quarterly, whatever? At the end of this, that's gonna be the final question. So after this session, just let me know what you guys think of it. I'm also hoping you guys can hear me because I did not check my mic. Yeah, I just checked myself. I can hear myself. Yeah, I want to apologize earlier. To apologize, I saw I could get the funding. I was $50 short, or at least around that. Alright, is this everyone we're gonna get? Did you guys get a ping for this one, or... 'Cause I don't know if it automatically gave you guys a ping. I know it said last ping for that, but I'm just making sure. Okay. We'll start in a minute. I don't know if you guys played or got invited to Deadlock, Valve's new title. That game's actually kind of fun. Sort of. Real. I thought it was interesting. It's a concept of Dota and... I like TF2, I think? I don't know, bro. This shit was weird. Okay. Hop off the server. So I can close Minecraft. Otherwise, I'm just gonna be flying around like an idiot. Like, like an idiot, like I usually do. So today's one is going to be pretty much this admin tech talks is going to be pretty much more of talking about where to go forward for this next year of Badcraft, as it's been officially a 1 year since Badcraft has been alive in a active server. Congrats everyone. We somehow didn't shut down in the first month or two. Yeah, I am. Congrats everyone. We beat the Anarchy server stigma of being a server for a month and then shutting down, from at least what I hear. So congrats for being a server for a year. We didn't close down at all, at least not officially. Oh, we were close to shutting down. Yeah, you're right. Um. Anyway, so what we're going to be talking about, I'm going to be pretty much pulling from the Badcraft feedback and complaint form. I'm not going to be pulling out the names of the individuals that gave feedback. That's where I'm going to be pulling mostly the sources. We're going to discuss, like, I guess current events in Badcraft, is in like what is current issues, where do we want to head in Badcraft, what are we not happy with, what do we want to improve. Um, for example, let's say, oh, we hate trading. We want the slash trade to be removed and turned into slash brick, where it gives you go brick. Okay, well, that can be discussed. Um, yeah. So I'm gonna be ignoring the fucking some of you bitches put in like meme posts here on the Backcraft feedback and complaint form. In case you guys want to send in one late, I'll give you the thing here. Here's the Backcraft feedback and complaint form. If you guys want to fill that out, I'll read it throughout here. But for the most part, I'm going to be reading them out here. So this is where we're going to start discussing. For most part, Backcraft and enjoyment is pretty, seems pretty good. All you guys are enjoying that. That's great. Quality is pretty high. Performance, pretty much all around, there's been good. Understandably, I understand that updates and like changes are not as frequent. That's one was mixed. Vanilla gameplay was pretty high, honestly. From you guys complain about it a lot, but it scored high. Support, understandably, can be mixed. For the most part, everything other than like rules, if you guys thought this fair and all that, was all pretty much high. Um, for here, we're gonna be talking about. We're gonna be talking about here is what do you guys think about advancements? That's gonna be our first talk, but do you think how do you fix audio on mobile? Do you think they are too annoying? Do you think they are a hindrance? Or do you guys think they are a good, like a addition? I don't understand the quote unquote docs new players part. Well, sort of. I do hear, I get the chat spam, and I do understand. I've tried, I would have to make a custom plugin and just get rid of advancements and just have it as a plugin to make it like where you can turn it off. Like, so that's, I'm gonna have to say that's off the table to say, hey, can I just toggle it off? That's unfortunately off the table. Understandable. I know there was a poll. Let me go back into the polls channel, as I do remember doing a poll for it. I just don't remember the outcome for them. Custom advancements were a mixed poll when they were polled. And custom advancements reduce the amount. So what I'm going to be asking here is how much do we really want to reduce them, or do we just want to head back to vanilla advancements? Would that like be better? Because this was all course will have to be pulled, so we can get the wider community's opinion on it. Although we can either reduce, remove, or and by reduce, how many do we want to reduce? As there is the real question. A percentage isn't really help So it's more like which ones do we want to get rid of? It's not percentage wise. Of course, I can't guarantee this will be a guaranteed change. I can't guarantee anything I say here will be a guaranteed for any like polls or anything like that. This is just throwing ideas, seeing what can come with, and seeing where do we go from here. Um, by the next, I want to say by let's see, by the 30th, around the 30th to 29th, I probably will be doing, if not the 30th, around the 30th to the 13th, I most likely will be doing a poll around what we talk about. Okay. Is that the genuine, like anyone have any other topics to add? Or if anyone wants to speak on stage, you're also welcome to speak. Um, so the Nether Roof, none that's been spoken before, but I'll be re-explaining the points since it's kind of been long enough. I think long enough where there could be like another suggestion thrown up. Yes, I do understand. Uh, Debatably, it adds to the vanilla experience. Some people say it doesn't, some people it doesn't, and I understand there's like, techno, reasons why people want to use the Nether Roof. Farms, travel, and all that type of stuff. Unfortunately, without regardless of what I would do, the Nether Roof would have some type of aspects disabled, such as maybe like boats disabled, Lytras disabled, or probably blocks disabled as well. I wouldn't want. I really, if we were to go down that route, the huge worry would be with especially how fast we already fill up the storage when we have a decent amount of people on, a lot of people on the server would be. Um, how do we like keep it from not getting out of hand? Slowing down chunks would not be a viable due to how many people use the end, and people who go through the end and just generate those chunks are already insane. What I can see there at this time isn't a viable way without causing issues. Not to mention, if you don't know, my belief is, which I don't count, but what I think is like the Nutter Roof isn't vanilla. I try to keep my opinion out of it, but for me, first thing that I see like going above Bedrock is like, well, that's not what the devs intended. I know that's debatable as fuck. They come out, certain developers say it is, certain developers say it isn't. Nutter Roof is a coin flip topic, from at least what I see. Any discussions about that? Anyone want to go on a stage about it, talk about it? The board is open. I'm gonna skip over that topic for the time being. We can talk about it later. but I'm gonna be skipping over the shulker topic for the time being. Anything about the nether roof? Or we all agree that it should just stay disabled? Okay. If you have any burning topics and anything like that, or regarding these, feel free to speak now. This is the best time to speak. Otherwise, hold your voice in vain. Um, so this is, for whatever reason, in my opinion, for whatever reason, a hot topic here. So this one you're gonna have to explain to me. I don't fully understand. I don't fully understand where this sudden uptick, as Badcraft for the longest time has never had any issues with this, and people widely known. I don't understand where this sudden change of appeal turned, but we're going to be talking about the doxing rule. So, doxing rule is a gray area, where it's only where if you do any doxing and that you do get banned from the Discord, as Discord TOS. I have to follow that. I have to follow all the Discord TOS policies. Otherwise, it puts my account, everyone in the Discord, and everything like that at risk of getting hit by a TOS violation. Reason why it's not enabled on the server or anything like that is, one, I kind of trying to avoid adding random rules. Additionally, with that, I feel it's too hard to really manage. I've already had multiple situations where people are trying to get people banned using faults or saying they got docs or whatever, where it's just too hard to tell the difference from like actual proof without, for example, going in payment information. So the reason why that's currently not considered at this time is because there isn't currently no suggestion or ideas thrown to me, or nor do I have an idea where that could be handled properly without saying, "Hey, I need you to hand over your information." The most that I can do is just go for payment information. So I don't think at this time it will be considered, but I will take discussions about it. It's not about other servers have this rule. I don't really take that as a valid criticism. Badcraft isn't currently looking to copy other servers. We're looking to be our own. I get it, other servers may want to have this policy, which is great. I think that's a great policy, and I have no argument with that. I just don't really see how can that be validly done without it being a hindrance to everybody else and leading to false ban situations. Regardless if the community wants it, this is the legitimate facts. If you have an idea how it could be done, feel free to provide. Discussions and tickets about this will be um, open as well. So if you want to provide something that you don't want to be publicly said, please open a ticket and we'll have a discussion there. Anybody else have any other points? Okay. Any final points on this? Otherwise, we'll move to the next item in discussion. Also, I see you actually have got.
All right, hello? Can you hear me?
Yep, go ahead.
All right, I was just wondering, like, why can't we do like pearl stasis chambers? Like, what's the deal with this?
Pearl Stasis is coming in the next update, which will be 1.21.
Okay, never
It
mind.
should be releasing. Was planning to release it on the upgrade, but it should be coming out Friday.
All right, sick.
Okay. Speaking of that, I might as well speak about this earlier. 1.21 is going to be pushed on Friday. I've got a working version, and I'll be pushing it after I see if I can get a plugin to work. Mostly I'm updating my custom plugins. Holy shit, I don't know how to code. Please help me. Nicholas, with your coding language help. I hate this shit, and I'm also trying to still get that world sizes plugin to work. Admittedly, I've been just kind of getting real life stuff all sorted, so I haven't been considering that as much as I meant. Want to admit I have worked on it. Admittedly, I haven't. Because coding is terrible. Never get into that. Anyways. Yep, so that's what we're gonna be doing. That update's gonna be coming out Friday. Hopefully. I'm trying to be better at keeping my word. As that's just became a meme, and I'm trying to just break that meme. If Shield says something, doesn't actually come out, fucking Shieldy. Yeah, anyway. So, we're gonna be going to the next topic. So the last one we're gonna be talking about here, which is in the meme post, is transparency with the player base that is not at all Pacific. The only issue I have with that is what specifically does that mean? I don't know if the person who wrote that is in here, but I know that's been my quote unquote thing. Communication and transparency has apparently not been good, but no one has given me any examples. If you have any examples, any feedback like that, please open up a ticket. And we'll have a speak about that. But at this time, like, go ahead and provide. We'll have a chat about that. Mostly because I didn't know if we were going to be moving host or not. I was dealing with tickets with the host. I only provide information once I know fully. If that's the issue, I'm sorry, but I don't want to provide something that I can't provide be true. At that point, I was trying to figure out if we were going to be moving host or if I was going to be able to get the server back up. Apologize, but that's just how it is. It's back up. I happily to say that it's resolved, and it's resolved for this month, and we'll be transferring at the end of this month to a new host. The host is going to be hopefully decent. We're going to have a lot more space, should be around like 10 terabytes, hopefully. Shulker farms at this time will not be enabled again. They were disabled for following the duping policy and to be more in line with not allowing duping, as that is currently the rule. Where duping is just not allowed, period, of any type, other than I suppose. I can't remember the item right now, but the one where you're able to dupe, or like crafting reference or whatever. At this time, there is no plan to have the shulker thing back. The only reason that was enabled in the first place is I didn't know where to stand on it after I made a decision that is kind of where it is. Okay. Any other questions before we just open up questions to the board? And we just let you guys ask things, like about this one, which is shulkers. Okay. Currently, staff situation is, I don't know if you mean like a staff team currently. There is one in the plan, but it's way in the future. Once we get everything sorted and we're able to reach a certain amount of player count, it's in the long-term plans. Once I feel a single admin is not able to handle the whole thing, it would be more or less where I'd be considering like uh, a staff team. At this time, Badcraft isn't really looking to do staff teams. It is going to be very opening to the risk of exploit, or sorry, not exploits, abuse, which is what we're going to be trying to avoid for the longest time possible. But at some point, once it becomes reasonable, we will be moving towards a staff team. That's all I got to say about it. Sure. I don't really pay attention to the other servers. It's cool that their TPS is going to shit, but I don't know. Anyway. So, we're gonna be opening this the rest of the questions to the rest of you guys. Feel free to type down questions. I'll be answering them to the best of my ability. And go ahead, I'll answer them to the best of my ability. Would like to ask a question? Go ahead. Go ahead. Did you mute your mic, or are you able to talk? All right. I suppose mic not working. It's fine. You can type it. You'll be fine. Oh fuck. The iPad. Listen, okay. Shit posting and saying listen to community is not helpful. Please just provide something, guys. That's not just shit posting. I get it. If you guys are not happy with what I apparently not listen to community, that's fine. Feedback is great. Okay, go ahead and raise, and I'll pull you in. It's not that it's not vanilla. Shulker's farms are just disabled because it is a form of duping. Admittedly, I shouldn't have let it because I wasn't realize it would become such an issue in the future. But that's my opinion on it, and that's why it's currently not allowed. Again, we can have this discussion and, tickets afterwards if you would like to have a bigger talk on it. So why Shulker farms were disabled was after a decision. I did allow one member that won't be named uh access, as I wasn't sure if it was considered duplicating or not. After testing it out myself, seeing how it works, and that I considered under everything, it's pretty much considerably duping. Same way, like if you just duplicated like a diamond block. In my, or I shouldn't say my opinion. I'm sorry, I'm used to saying that. And from my testing, it just seems like that's duping. But anyways, we're gonna be moving past that discussion. We already had it. Anything else? Anyone want to enter the stage? Otherwise, I'm gonna be talking about final topics here. Okay. Okay. We do a little bit of okay. So what we're gonna be doing this year is going to be pushing through, or well, this this month's of Badcraft is going to be pushing for the first change, which is going to be 1.21. A few additional changes will be made to the server this coming week. I won't say where they are. You'll find out on the change log. It's going to be a kind of a decent one. It's going to be more or less just trimming out the fat. And from there, we're going to be pretty much just making the server look a little bit better for like the messages that they broke a little bit and such. From here, we're going to be probably pushing for a poll on the topics discussed, especially from the poll of the Badcraft feedback and complaint form is going to be a heavy thing that I'm going to be pulling from. And from here, we're going to be trying to make changes that people like. I cannot guarantee that these will be changes you guys will like. There will be, I can't guarantee everything that is said here. I get there's a lot of complaints and um a lot of upset feelings here. I'll be trying to improve much upon it. I cannot guarantee the quote unquote communication or whatever is that is too vague of a offer that I cannot provide. As that is very it depends on person is what they say. Somebody might say I'm doing a good job, and somebody else might say I'm doing a bad job. From there, we'll be trying to improve to the best of our ability from what we can. With that being said, anybody have any closing questions or anything like that? I will also be speaking about one last thing, or actually two last things. So, as this is not going to be directed at Exiled, but this is just going to be explaining from my perspective of the situation as it was brought in general chat. As yes, Exile was helping pay the server bill for a little bit. Pawn, which this isn't blame to Exile, he's great. I am proud that he helped support the server. Although after at the end, Exile did attempt to forcefully, through ultimatum, to force changes towards the server. Not that I don't agree with the changes, not that I think they are bad or anything like that. All money will now be only going through the store. The store. I'll make sure this doesn't happen again, and we'll be more open about that. This will no longer be a thing. I will no longer be taking off, inside offers. Everything will have to be done through the store. If you want to donate or anything like that, please do not make any ultimatums. If you make ultimatum, I don't take ultimatums. This means it will be denied. Please understand, if you donate to the server does not mean you can threaten changes. With that being said, thank you guys for showing up. Badcraft will be going in a hopefully a positive direction. Anybody have any closing arguments? Or not arguments, questions?
Can you hear me?
Okay.
Okay, so I would like to speak to the accusation that NXL had made an ultimatum, funding something and not being given information and communication about said funds, and then making sure that you're
We're not going to be talking about that. I just only wanted to talk about it. I was not looking to have a discussion about it. I'm sorry, I know. This is going to be how it is. I'm only explaining the situation. That is the situation how it happened to me. Ultimatum. I am not saying I don't agree with the situation, or sorry, the choices. I'm just saying I don't accept ultimatums. Please, again, last thing I want to say about it, if you do make a donation, please understand it's a donation. Don't expect it if you pull away funding. If you want to fund something and you think the servers are good to donate towards, that's fine. Don't use it as a threat. That's all I'm going to be saying. Okay. With that being said, Badcraft, this is going to be the end of here. Thank you guys for coming. And oh my Christ, Milo. Thank you guys for showing up.